Hi everyone, welcome back to Move Monday. We are officially heading towards the final quarter of the year. And today I want to talk about something I've been thinking about a lot. How do we finish the year well without overwhelming ourselves? Because sometimes we wait until October arrives and suddenly we're thinking, I need to do this. I haven't done that. I should have started this months ago. And before we know it, we're rushing. But I've decided I don't want to enter quarter four that way at all. I want to prepare now, not from a place of pressure, and not because I need to have everything figured out, but because I want to be intentional with the final 3 months of this year. So today, I'm taking you through how I'm planning quarter four across 4 areas: my faith, my health, my business, and my life. So grab your planner, grab your drink, and let's plan together. Start with faith. Before I write down business goals, content goals, or personal goals, I want to start with God. Because what is the point of having a perfectly organized life if I'm not allowing God to direct it? Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit thy work unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established." So my Q4 question is, what is God asking me to prioritize in this season? Not what everybody else is doing. Not what social media tells me I should be doing. Not what I think I need to prove. What is God actually asking of me? What is God asking me to prioritize? Next, I'm looking at my health. And I think this one is really important because we can make all these incredible plans for our businesses, careers, and families, but forget to plan for ourselves. So I'm asking, am I getting enough rest? Am I nourishing myself? Am I moving my body in ways that work for me? Am I creating space for recovery? Am I listening to my body? And what habits do I want to carry into the autumn? How do I want to feel? Notice I didn't say, how much do I want to achieve? I said, how do I want to feel? Because I don't want success at the expense of my well-being. Now we get into business. This is where I'm getting really intentional. Instead of saying, I need to post more, I'm asking, what am I actually trying to build? What content do I want to create? Who am I trying to serve? What products do I genuinely want to educate people about? What conversations do I want to have? What do I want my audience to know me for? And what are the things that actually move my business forward? Don't just plan more, plan what matters. I'm also looking at the final 3 months individually: October, November, December, because they each have their own energy, opportunities, and priorities. And I don't want December to arrive and realize I spent 3 months busy but not actually moving towards the things I said mattered. Content planning. One of the biggest things I'm doing is looking at my content in advance. Not scripting every single day of my life, but creating pillars. For me, that means faith, family, healthy hair, business, health, and lifestyle. Then I could create content around those pillars without waking up every morning thinking, what am I going to post today? And this is something I really encourage you to do. You don't need 100 ideas. You need a few strong themes that you can consistently talk about. Family and real life. This one is probably one of the most important to me because life isn't just business. I want to look at my calendar and actually make space for family, for memories, for rest, for church, for worship, for the people I love. Sometimes we schedule meetings, appointments, and work, but expect everything else to magically fit around them. I don't want to live like that. If something matters to me, I need to make room for it. What am I leaving behind? Planning Q4 isn't only about what I'm adding, it's also about what I'm removing. What has been taking up too much of my energy? What commitments no longer make sense? What am I doing simply because I've always done it? What am I saying yes to when I really need to say no? And what do I need to stop carrying into the next season? Because sometimes preparation means making space. So if I had to simplify my Q4 planning, I would bring it down to a few things. Faith, stay close to God. Health, nourish my body, move where I can, and prioritize rest. Business, be consistent and intentional. Hair, continue learning, caring for my hair, and sharing what I'm learning. Family, be present and make more memories. Life, leave room for joy. You don't need to have it all figured out. And here's what I want you to really take away from all of this. Planning your future doesn't mean you have to know exactly how everything is going to happen. You can make a plan and still allow God to redirect you. You can have goals and still leave room for grace. You can be ambitious and still rest. You can build something and still be present with the people you love. I don't want Q4 to be about proving how much I can accomplish. I want it to be about being faithful with what has been placed in my hands. So here's your Move Monday challenge. Before the end of this week, take 30 minutes. Get a notebook, write down faith, health, family, business, life, or whatever pillars are important to you. And under each one, what do I want to carry into Q4? And what do I need to leave behind? You don't need a perfect 5-page plan. Start with 1 page. Start with clarity. Then take the next step. If this video encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with another woman who is trying to prepare for her next season without overwhelming herself. And I want to know, what is one thing you want to accomplish before 2026 ends? Tell me in the comments. And remember, you don't have to rush into your next season. You can prepare for it. I'll see you next Monday for another Move Monday.